Hey guys, this is Arterot, bringing to you some fun government quirks. Now, as the song goes, money makes the world go round, and God knows there's enough of it floating around. For most of us, the idea of $1,000,000 represents so very much in the way of cold, cashy money, but most levels of government and infrastructure work in the billions, with programs that often receive so much funding. It's mind-boggling to think that there's nothing that can't be accomplished. Still, all that money does leave room for leaks and screw-ups, as well, of course, as purchases that just make you throw up your hands and ask, why? It's sometimes a running joke that if you get your car fixed and you have insurance, the money that the mechanic charges will be twice of what it was if you didn't. And sometimes you can't help but wonder if that's the same case for a lot of government projects. Now, case in point, there's a bit of a hullabaloo going around in the U.S. with regards to a public washroom structure that was built in New York. Pretty standard. I mean, you go, you poop, and end of story. Only this particular washroom cost about $2.3 million. And yeah, as a public washroom, it was entirely taxpayer funded. So, over $2 million on a bathroom. By the way, its capacity is 4 men and 4 women, which means it's not even that big. But it looks beautiful from the outside, like you'd expect it was built for the Justice League. Still, the question on everyone's mind would be, is this structure really necessary? Now, it's for a camping site. Yes, and generally, the bathroom situation in camping sites are kind of terrifying. But this seems to be pushing things a little bit too far into the other extreme. Especially since they're either going to have to keep a fair bit of funding to keep this pretty building sparkly clean, or let it look old and yellowed in just a few years. So, super duper expensive bathroom. Bad enough. But how about some Canadian shenanigans? Now, we're feeling the economic pinch on our side of the border, with our own national debt to consider, and frequent budget cuts to various federal institutions. But one exception to this is a new facility being constructed in Ottawa for a new security agency. Okay, well, the word for it is spy agency. That's been tossed around by the media. But I just don't like it because, I mean, they spy on people, yeah, but the thing is, everyone knows where the facility is, which to the born identity-obsessed individual like me is just a cardinal spy sin. Anyway, not only is the location of this spy agency being trumpeted from the rooftops, but also on full disclosure is the price tag for this building. $880 million, with the compound over 3/4 of a million square feet in size. This is supposed to be the absolute epitome of cool government workplace, with a library, a basketball court, hiking trails, all obviously intended for the people who will be working there. So these aren't even public facilities. Now, okay, to be fair, the reasoning behind this is actually kind of understandable. I mean, they want the cream of the crop to join their organization. Individuals who are remarkably talented and capable. And it's their hope that an impressive facility will sweeten the deal for the best and brightest. Still, hiking trails? Are we really expecting prospective spy-to-bees to think, ooh, volleyball court, sold? Putting almost $1 billion for the headquarters of just one of the country's organizations, I mean, this isn't even the only intelligence organization in Canada. Sure, you might argue that there are issues nowadays that might warrant a well-funded security agency, but, well, the money just seems to be going in weird places. So, okay, that's it for the quirks of our governments, and normally that would mean the end of my video, but just bear for me a second while I change the subject. I'd like to take a moment to address the members of the Taliban who deliberately sought out and shot a 14-year-old girl who was leaving school because she spoke out against them and their fun, fluffy policies. There is no place deep or dark enough to adequately recompense you for what you've done, but I hope that there is a heaven and a hell just for the sheer pleasure that comes from knowing which one you'll find yourself in. You are cowards of the lowest class, and this more than anything shows how disgusting your organization really is, and how thoroughly it deserves to wither and die. Now maybe the governments that have sought to support or abide you will still continue to do so, even in the face of this, but you will never set so much as an ideological finger anywhere near my home. I can only hope that she doesn't die in the name of your self-centered, egotistical, narrow-minded bullshit, and should she recover, I most certainly hope that she is given the opportunity to get far, far away from the sorts of monsters that you are. You give your God a bad name if he should have servants as craven and undeserving as you. That's all.